Hi, hi everyone. Welcome to second day of Security Summit. My name is Adis and I will be the host in Sherlock Holmes Hall today. Before we get started, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all of you who generously help us to make this event come together to become a success. Thank you, Motorola Solutions, that join us once again to today's session, and we are very pleased to express our welcome to our speaker at the side event, Mr. Marijo Kolovrat. He's coming from Motorola Solutions, well known as also as Avigilon. Mr. Marijo will talk today about focus on what matters most, Avigilon security solution that delivers actionable results. Marijo Kolovrat is Regional Sales Manager of Motorola Solutions. Very interesting topic to hear about. Mr. Marijo, you may now proceed with the presentation. If you have any questions, please, you can ask in the chat or deliver on my email. We have 1 hour and Marijo will start now. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Adis, for introducing me. It's my great pleasure to be part of the Security Summit in this virtual environment as well. So it's a 6 or 7 year in a row. And I believe today you will hear some interesting topics from my side about the Motorola Solutions systems and portfolio. Also on the top of what Adis mentioned, that we will focus today on what matter most. I will speak a little bit about the news from the Avigilon portfolio since the last summit. So I just want to make a short update of what we were doing in the last couple of months. So the title of the presentation is Superior Next Generation Video Analytics Surveillance Solutions. Avigilon end-to-end solution. So probably most of you heard about Avigilon. So it's one of the, let's say, most respectable platform in the world, in the industry about the video surveillance. So what we are offering complete end-to-end solutions, starting from the edge devices on the left side on the screen, to the management servers and recording servers in the middle of the screen. And on the right side, all the nice platforms for the monitoring that are basically the main interface of the operators with our system. Avigilon is offering completely open VMS platform with the artificial intelligence or video analytics everywhere on the edge side. When I say edge side, I mean on the camera level. Then on the recording side, I mean on a management level in the middle. And after that, on the monitoring side, which is very important for the operators to be more efficient and more proactive, especially in incident situations. The platform is completely open, works with most of the third-party camera vendors. It's one of the first platform that is 10K ready. So 10K streams are fully supported in our platform. It's a fully scalable platform, starting with a couple of channels in the projects, then expanding to 10,000 plus channels. It's a fully GDPR ready, and FIPS 142. It's a government application standard encryption method for the US government applications. At the end, the platform is offering REST application programming interface, which is offering full integration of our system with any kind of third-party systems. About the video security cameras, I will not go very deeply inside, but I just wanted to share the, let's say, the images of overall what we are offering of the cameras. The idea behind this is to show you that most likely 97, 98% of the application needs will be easily covered by our portfolio. Starting with the bullet cameras, box cameras, dome cameras. These are the best buy models. Then small mini dome cameras, PTZ cameras, explosion protected cameras, our professional series, fisheye cameras, some very nice, interesting new products that I will speak today, dual head cameras, and finishing with the video intercom. About the video infrastructure, in this manner, we are again going from very small systems with a couple of channels and then expanding to the very serious server platforms capable to deliver more than 200 terabytes in a single machine, with archiving solution capable to do a central archiving solution for the entire system in a 10 petabytes. Avigilon access control software. This is our branded software, ACC. So one overall, let's say, look of the software, what is offering, except that it's open platform that I already mentioned. It's offering the self-learning video analytics from the compatible devices, unusual motion and activity detection, one very interesting algorithm that I will show you in real life how it works, facial recognition, very interesting approach on the market, probably one of the first approach with the designing the systems for the facial recognition, a completely new way of what was offered today on the market. Avigilon appearance search technology that we are very proud on it. Access control integration, focus of attention, the new concept of the monitoring with the artificial intelligence in behind, and mobile applications capable to for the operators to be capable to interact with the platform through the tablets, through any kind of phones, supported devices or environment are iOS and Android. About the analytics, we'll speak today about the next generation video analytics. Again, appearance search technology, facial recognition, unusual motion activity detection, focus of attention, and the regular one that we are offering as a license plate recognition. I mentioned in one moment that we are offering also full portfolio of access control systems. So I just want to touch a couple of things regarding the access control. Basically, we have two kinds of solutions. Both of them are based on our software designed in-house. It's just a matter of the platform or the hardware that the customers may using. One of the options is buying completely the hardware from us. We have in three options. Small options for the smaller systems. We call that ACM Professional. Then systems with running with up to 400 readers, ACM Enterprise, and for the systems bigger than 400 readers, we are using something that we call ACM Enterprise Plus. But also we are fully ready for adding our software in a virtual environment if the customers and operators already have the virtual environment in their premises. So we can just leverage that platform and we can deliver the ACM virtual platform from all the sizes, from the small systems to the biggest systems that we are offering today. In the background, about the access control system, we are working with the third-party manufacturers. So we are working closely with AJD in terms of the controllers and readers, with Mercury about the controllers, Avigilon in terms of the readers, and many other systems about the wireless locks and integration with other VMSs and intrusion detection systems. In terms of the access control, it's interesting that we are fully offering the open field hardware. So we are based on fully open field hardware. There is no proprietary firmware in the controllers of AJD and Mercury. So any AJD and Mercury controller, both from our side, might be used in any other system, or we can leverage existing installation from the AJD and Mercury to our system. It's a fully browser-based software, so there is no need for installing the clients around. It's there are a couple of patented features. One of them is a hot failover redundancy and peer-to-peer replication. So basically, we can offer different sites in a different place of the globe. with a couple of or in different places with different ACM, we call that ACM appliances, or these are the machines running our software, so they can do fully peer-to-peer replication. And in case of one of them is failed, then immediately the hot failover will happen. So all the readers and controllers will be taken over from one of the operating ACM appliances. It's fully integrated with our video solution, and we are offering fully customized reporting. Unification with the video, we are offering the identity verification. So through our VMS, we can search for all the transactions coming from the access control system. We can easily search for the identity across entire system that is based on the transaction. We can raise one new action where based on the transaction, once the camera see the person, then we can look for that person across all the system and simultaneously across different physical locations. We are linking the alarms or specific events coming from the access control to our VMS system. So alerting will appear once some incident situation happen on access control system. Avigilon key values. So today we are offering probably one of the broadest range of the cameras in the market, starting from 1 megapixel up to 61 megapixel, or if you want 10K technology that we are again very proud of. I have a separate information or separate slide. I want to show you a little bit more details about these cameras. What is the great benefit of having such a high resolutions? The great benefit is that we can cover a huge area combining very few amount of cameras. So in that point of view, we are leveraging much less labor hours, much less cabling and any kind of actions from the system integrator or the installers. At the end of the day, covering such a huge areas, it will happen to be even more cheaper with such a high resolutions. Where we are offering these cameras, mainly we are speaking about the stadiums, about the ports, about the public safety, and about any other wide area that you can imagine. So this is one comparison between the, let's say, conventional camera of 3 megapixel on the right side on the screen, and on the left side on the screen, it's a 30 megapixel camera. If I zoom in the near part of the image, near part of the scene, then the results of the 30 megapixels are shown on the left, and results of the conventional 3 megapixel are on the right. So potentially, if you are looking for the license plate, most likely both of the cameras will do the job. Even it's obvious that on the left side, 30 megapixel is giving more details, but the real benefit in such a scene come to the point when we are zooming in deeply inside of the scene. So if I start to zoom inside of the scene very deeply, then on that part of the image with a conventional camera, potentially, or in this case, I cannot see, basically I cannot read the license plate, while with the 30 megapixels still I can do that. So the idea behind this is covering wide area with a huge amount of details when it's needed. So the only way is using such a cameras. We are offering them in a couple of different resolutions, starting from 8 megapixel and finishing with a 61 megapixel. Another interesting product or solution that we are offering, especially for the high risky application, it's related to the thermal imaging. So the thermal images are, or thermal cameras are very reliable and works in a very difficult weather conditions or any kind of weather environments like smoke, huge dust, or fog, or any other. In such a cases, the regular visible cameras cannot see over these obstacles, while the thermal cameras, which is based on detection of the emitted temperature of the objects, still can see over these difficult conditions. So it's a perfect solution for securing high risky perimeters. So in such a cases, we are using the different kind of concepts and technologies that we have in this thermal imaging. So with the distances from one cameras that can be covered up to 390 meters. And in the meanwhile, between these thermal cameras, we are offering or designing regularly some PTZ cameras, visible cameras that needs to do the video verification of the alarms occurred in the perimeter. So video verification from the visible PTZ camera will give nice information or something that will be useful for the operator in 99% of the cases when the visible information is available. So this is one typical case. This is one perimeter that camera, the thermal camera is looking in a distances, in this particular case, looking at the distance of 200 meters. And there is another PTZ camera that is looking completely in another side of the secured object. So in a moment when the thermal camera will detect movement of the human being, in such a case here, so detection of two persons, immediately the PTZ camera will be turned in the direction of the alerts coming from the thermal cameras for the purpose of video verification. Body-worn cameras, such a new solution that we are offering, like a mobile version of the camera. So we have a couple of different options. Mainly, let's say, oriented in two different or separated in two different targets. The first one is more commercial based for the retailers, for the people that are on the first line. Today, speaking about in this pandemic situation, when the people are pretty much nervous and the life changed pretty much. So this might be additional tool for the retailers, for any kind of other commercial sector that they will record on demand when some incident situation happen. And instead of calling someone for the assistance or calling the security guard because of any kind of dispute that happened with the customer, instead of calling them manually, just by pressing the button for recording, immediately the alert is going to the monitoring center where the security guards are informed that incident situation is happening on the site. Similar solution, but more rugged, let's say, or really designed for the military application. It's pretty much similar to the first one with additional features that are not available for the commercial. On the right side here, you will see this is a new camera, VB400 in our portfolio, where the camera, except the recording and robustness, it have also the possibility for streaming over the Wi-Fi through the personal secured hotspot. Also, it have embedded the GPS. So for every footage or for every recording that is happening on the camera, immediately the coordinates or GPS information will be stick to the camera footage. And at the end, something that we call peer-to-peer responder. So in this case, peer-to-peer means it's operating through the Bluetooth. So once the first responder start the recording and, for example, the policeman have kind of intervention and he's asking for the backup, in moment when the colleagues arrive on the crime scene or incident scene, they don't need to press anything. They will just collect the information from already recording device that is in a mode of recording, and through the Bluetooth immediately the recording will be started on their body-worn cameras as well. So this is in order to prevent forgetting pressing the button for the recording in case of this incident or panic situation. So I use one clip here just to show you nothing really happening on this video because there are no people, there is no incident, because otherwise it will need to have a lot of approvals for showing that in a public. But I just wanted to share with you the quality, just to see the quality of the image and the anti-vibration algorithm that is working within this camera. So what is the beauty of the solution? The beauty of the solution is that it can work, it will record always locally inside of the body-worn camera. And these body-worn cameras might start to stream over the Wi-Fi if it's set up on that way, and they will come to a Avigilon control center. I have prepared one video here. Just want to show you that as well. So this is the video coming from two different devices, from the commercial and from the military option we have. So if I start to play the video, then these are the streams arriving to the command center of Avigilon once kind of incident situation happen, or when the responder or the operator is pressing the button for the recording. Intelligent streaming. This is something that I think that for all of my presentations, I'm really putting the big accent on this, because today we are speaking about huge resolutions. And if there is no innovative way of managing the bandwidth, especially between the management and recorder servers and the client stations or the monitoring station, then it will be very difficult to run the operator center or monitoring center with the multiple high resolution cameras. Since we are working from the day one, this technology started based on 5K technology, 16 megapixel technology 15 years ago, 2007. So our concept from day one is based on intelligent streaming. So basically we are streaming only the data that is needed for the operator, and based on the resolution of the monitor that is connected to the monitoring center. For example, if there is a monitor resolution of full HD, 2 megapixel, then we will try never to bombard or to expose more information than 2 megapixel to that client. So this is really the beauty, and this is the concept that will guarantee full functionality and the fastest response time from the system when speaking, when we are designing or working with a multiple very high resolution cameras. In a background, we are using very optimized database where we are indexing all the pixel value from every pixel from every camera. So since this is a pretty much complex job and it's a power consuming job, we really based our VMS on one of the fastest databases available in the market. Couple of other ways of how we can easily search and find different types of events. One of them, we call that thumbnail search. So thumbnail search means thumbnail search is concentrated on finding the static objects in the scene that they were present in the scene at least a couple of seconds to some bigger amount of time. In that case, we can just select the object of interest, and with a single click, then we will get all the differences of that area in a different raster of time over the video archive. And the first time when we see the object with a single click, we can open the video of the moment when that object appeared or when that object disappeared. I will show you this in a real application. Pixel search, it's a little bit opposite of the thumbnail search. Here we are looking for very fast movements of the objects in the different areas of the scene. So in this case, if I select this green zone that is shown here, and I say over the, I don't know, last 48 hours, give me all the results when the object passed over that area, then the system will give me the different results. And when I select on some of the results, then I will get the information about the object that was present in that area. So this is the fast searching method of the through the searching through the pixels. Powered by AI. So this is the next generation video analytics that we delivered on the market almost 2 years ago right now. It's self-learning, edge-based analytics. It's doing a classification of the people and vehicles. So it is ignoring any other type of the motion, like strong winds, like shadows, like raining, like snowing. It's concentrating only on shapes that are very similar to people and to vehicles. Then vehicles, we are subcategorizing the vehicles over couple of different categories like cars, trucks, buses, motorcycles, and bicycles. The algorithm is tend to work even in a mid-crowded scenes with over 50 objects simultaneously, and it works great in a low light performance, in a low light environment. So I will show you just 1 or 2 videos. So this is one video coming from our system. So if I zoom in, then if I pass across different objects, you will see the categorization is appearing here, car, human being. And if I just move a little bit across the scene, here. I can find potentially, or I can just search here for the motion of classified object motion. So once here I can see different types of the objects. So this is the truck. In this case, this is the truck, or even the bicycles. This is the car, and etc. etc. So when I mentioned about the low light performance, I just want to show you another great example of how the system works in such an environment. So this is one scene, which is the killer scene, let's call that in a way for the video analytics. Why? Because one of the important, let's say, designing consideration for any kind of analytics is avoiding direct light shooting into the sensor of the camera. So in this case, you will see this candelabra here, this street light that is shooting the light directly to the sensor of the camera. And also there is a different reflection coming from the ground because it's a pretty, let's say, it was a pretty rainy day here. So if I start to play this video, first thing that you will notice here, it's a great distinction between different type of the objects. So this is the human, this is the bicycle, but something that is even more interesting. So here there is a person coming with the dog, and it's a huge shadowing on this reflected area. So the algorithm is still fully concentrating only on the movement of the human being, ignoring the dog, ignoring any other irrelevant movement or motion. The sensor, a radar sensor that is tend to be installed in a kind of private areas where it's forbidden to install the cameras, and it's very useful for counting the presence of different objects, basically tend to detect the person that is standing in one zone for more than X time. This X time can be any predefined time by the customer. So let's say we have a public toilet and we have a set up these radar sensors that can count the presence of the human being for more than 10 minutes. So whenever someone stay in that toilet for more than 10 minutes, it might be interesting for the first responders to go there to check what's going on. It might be any kind of incident activity like preparing the terroristic act or any kind of other um, dangerous that might appear. So it's good that this device can detect the human breathing in a radius of 4 meters. So this is one of the first devices in the world, and it have an accuracy of more than 99%. Unusual motion and activity detection. This is a completely new algorithm from Avigilon based on cumulative learning of what is typical happening in one scene. So once we install the camera within the scene, the camera learning time is 1 to 2 weeks, depends on the technology. So in that cases, the camera cumulatively learns what is the typical behavior without any administrator setup, without any rules, without any predefined alerts, and immediately it is detecting what means unusual motion or activity detection. I will show you this a little bit later in a real scenario. License plate recognition, the algorithm for detecting the license plates and creating the own database of them. We can create different watch lists. It can be black, it can be white watch list. When it's white black, when it's white list, then we can detect the VIP person. We can open the barriers or ramps based on the license plate information. Or if it's a black list, it might be any kind of incident person alerts that the suspect is approaching the secured area or any other scenario. Facial recognition, something that I already mentioned to you, that it's a very, let's say, innovative way or how the face recognition, we are percepting the face recognition algorithms. So it's not an idea to have the full, let's say, concentration or full image only on the entrance door of the secured area with a high level of pixels. We want to make sure that every of our cameras will be capable to do facial recognition, no matter of the side view of the faces. So even the face can be turned up to 90 degrees from the perspective of the camera. Also, we can work in a pretty much blur time images, and also we can work in a monochrome mode when the camera goes from day to night. So it's one very completely new concept where we are concentrating, or we want when the customer needs facial recognition to make available this feature across all the cameras, because it's much more easier to find the suspect person over all the cameras, or at least in that way we will know the zone where it has been seen first time and the last time from secured area. COVID-19 response technologies, algorithm for measuring the social distancing between the people and alerting based on violations, if the violation occur, detect face masks, if the people are wearing face mask or not, temperature, elevated skin temperature camera that is measuring the temperature of the skin, occupancy counting in order to be able to show the maximum limitation of the people in secured area, and then we can just turn off or turn on some light, and basically we can switch between green and red information on the main entrance to inform the people that want to enter. What is the current situation? Are they allowed to enter, or they still need to wait until some of the people from that area went out? And the last, but not least important, obviously, body-worn cameras that I already mentioned, and I show you some details. And the magic comes at the end. It's called Avigilon appearance search. So the way how we can simply locate person or vehicle of interest in entire system over all the cameras simultaneously. So even if the cameras are dislocated on a different physical location, with a single click, we can find the person of interest across entire system. We can do also the kind of criminalistic robots or physical description, we call that physical description search, ability to search by age, gender, hair, and color clothes. Also, we are taking for refining the results over this searching way, we are taking the face profile. And at the end, the system is responding with the trajectory of movement of the person of interest. And last but not least important, from this part of first part of the presentation, the focus of attention, the fully new concept of how we see the monitoring of the system over over different secured sites. So we want to avoid this huge amount of monitors with a small images showing tens, hundreds of images in a couple of monitors, because the human attention span of the operator who is looking in that is very low. So there were a couple of studies done by NASA, by some other institution. They say that operator, no matter of how intelligent the person it is, because it not depend on the intelligence of the person. It's a just a human, let's say, weakness, that after 10 or 15 minutes of watching all the cameras in couple of monitors, after 10 to 15 minutes, attention span is falling down for more than 95%. So the chances that this person will see kind of incident after 15 minutes is very, very low. The idea behind this technology is we want to avoid this, let's say, weakness that the human or the people person have, and to increase the effectiveness of the operators and monitoring and responding to the different type of incidents. So basically we are showing different cameras in a group of octagons, and different groups might be different logical area of the secured site, and representing the different colors of the octagons based on priority of the alerts. In the left side, all the time the images are popping up, so with the appropriate video content from one of the octagons. But if the operator just pass over the octagon or just place the cursor on it, immediately it can see the live image, or with a single click can go in a replay to the event that triggered that octagon in alert situation. So let me show you. I told you that I will show you a couple of videos. So I found one very nice video that will show most of the features that I presented to you in this first part of the presentation. And if I go to start with some searching methods we have. So let's say pixel search. I told you that pixel search is something that is related to the finding or motion in a post-defined area of interest. So how I can do that? Easily I can draw just a line. For example, I will just draw a line here, and then I will select the timeline, let's say over entire timeline, and I will say search. Immediately one result appeared here. If I click on that result, I have the information about the person or the motion that triggered that post-defined zone of interest. This is regarding the pixel search. About the thumbnail search, so let me just come to the right camera. This one. So if I search for the thumbnails, and then let's say someone left the back, I want to understand the moment to see who and when left this back, and potentially after that to understand why, because it might be a incident situation. So how I can search for this thumbnail, how I can use the thumbnail search, I will just select that back and I will say search. In that moment, the software will respond with a different images in a different raster. So once I don't see, and once I see that back, I can double click, and then I will come very close to the moment when that back was left here. So if I open in a new view, so you see here, in a couple of seconds, I found the moment when this person left intentionally or unintentionally the back on that place. So this is the second way of searching. Then speaking about the classified object detection. So searching for a person and ignoring any other movement. So I can just choose any other camera, let's say this one, and I can say search for the classified object. I'm not interested in any kind of vehicle. I'm just interested in a person. And I will just draw the area of interest. So let's say I'm interested in only this door here, or let's say that door. I will just draw some zone of interest. And then I will say search. In that moment, 11 results found. So whenever the object touch this zone, I will get the report about that. Another way of searching is based on the events. So what kind of events we might hear in this case? Classified objects. So if I go for the classified objects, let's go to this camera. I don't know if you can understand, but here there are, you can see on the screen, there are different events. So for example, social distancing violation. What that means, the software is counting the distance between different people. So the minimum distance was violated in this case. So you will see that different measurements are done for different scenes. Another way or another type of the search here is unusual activity. So this is a very great feature. What means unusual activity? Unusual activity means we can search for the untypical behavior that was the learning time or the learning curve was done by the camera itself. And once something untypical happened, then immediately we get an alert. So you can see here a couple of events. So if I just select one of them, this one is based on speed. So what that means, you see, I have a person running in my secured area. That means the system never seen before that someone is running here, and immediately is giving an alert to the operator to take an attention of something potentially that might be interesting. Sometimes this running, it might be just regular, someone maybe lost the wallet and it's in a panic situation, but many times it might happen that it's a prediction or way of stopping of incident activity. Another way is location-based, untypical activity based on the location. I don't know if you can see this guy. This guy standing over the fridge. So camera never before seen anybody that is standing over this fridge, and algorithm automatically detect that and gave an alert to the operator just to take a look and to do a verification if this is something worth to be focused on or to make additional response based on that event. Person without masks. So obviously that algorithm will show different persons that are not wearing the masks. And the last algorithm here is pre-last, basically is the face recognition. You can see this face recognition. Mrs. Anna Ma here detected, and the camera is not really looking on a very small area of the interest. Basically, we are using the camera for the regular video surveillance, and based on that camera, we are doing this facial recognition if it is necessary. The last but not least important thing is appear and search. So that one is the one that is the magic of this system. So if I go to the appear and search and I say, listen, I am looking for the specific person, woman, black hair, and clothing, for example, it's kind of pinky clothing, but upper body clothes. So I don't have another details. I know only these three criteria. So in that moment, when I search, the system immediately will give me different results where the most relevant information are shown in the upper side, and the low relevant results are always low. So let's say, let's go here on this small image. If I click on a loop, I will just immediately it will zoom for me, just to better understand if this is the person that I'm looking for. If that is the person, I will just hit find appearances like this, and then the system will try to give me all the relevant results related to that person. Me as a human intelligence, I will just confirm or ignore some of the results. So this one is yes. If I go to this one, that one is yes. If I go here, obviously it is yes. This one, you see how small object it found on one scene. See this distance here. It's amazing. Yes. And then I will start the results. Once I start the results, based on the stars, the system will try to refine, to make more accurate investigation over all the images. If the person look little bit, let's say plus minus 30 degrees into the camera, immediately takes the face profile, and then the results will be refined even better. So let me check here. If I go, yeah, that is the person. So this is the relevant as well. This one is a person. And then when I start, I have the trajectory of the movement of that person. And the system for me will show that person across different cameras simultaneously. Gives me the awareness of when that person was seen and where it has been last time seen and where. In this case, with this technology, we can concentrate our resources only on the places where the people where the person was last seen. So that means fast reaction before it's too late, finding lost child, or any kind of suspect over different physical locations. It can be over different cities, over different places, over different buildings, etc., etc. Avigilon News. I told you at the beginning that I will show you a couple of slides related to the Avigilon News. And one of the news that I want to share with everyone is H5, fifth generation of Pro cameras. They are coming with 8, 16, 26, 40, and 61 megapixel resolution. It's a tremendous, it's amazing cameras. We increased even the frame rates. So today, up to 16 megapixel of the cameras are supporting 25 frames per second. Only the 61 is supporting up to 7. Most of these cameras are coming with our analytics, with most of the analytics that I shown you. So this is a great benefit of having that. Recently, my colleague Peter Tomolak from Hungary, he did one demo shooting in Groupama Stadium there. So I just wanted to show you, this is a 14 megapixel camera from Avigilon. So if I zoom in a different areas, you will see tremendous amount of details with one camera. What is for the technicians, because many times technicians asking, okay, this is a huge camera. What about the depth of the field? What about the focusing? If every corner or every place of the camera is correctly focused. Let me show you that. If I go to the left corner here, you see even the number here, 28. If I go to the right corner up, or if I go to the down part, or if I go to the left part, this is a proof that basically all around the scene, we are keeping the great depth of focus, which is really relevant for such a covering for such a huge or wide areas. Then the new dual head camera indoor option for the corridors, for the hallways. Basically, we have two options. One camera with the two basically sensors inside, using only one license, only one camera, or only one cable, only one IP address. And we have two options, 2 by 3 megapixel sensors or 2 by 5 megapixel sensors. Another camera that I want to just mention today, it's a great new fisheye camera series from Avigilon in two options. One is a very low profile in-selling mount, very aesthetic option. And another one is a surface mount with an infrared light. They're coming in an 8 and 12 megapixel resolution, and it comes with all the analytics from Avigilon. Recently, we did one installation here in Zagreb, and I was more than shocked about the beauty of the image and what are the performance of these cameras. H5 corner camera. The corner camera is really vandal resistant camera. The initial idea was to be installed mainly for the jails and prisons, but also can be installed in any other harsh or very high risky environments. What is the beauty of this camera? First of all, you see it's a fully corner based. It have a installation is completely next to the corner, so it's very difficult or even impossible to destroy or to detach this camera or to disable it. So it's a vandal resistant IK10 with a 50 joule of rating. It's a superior situational awareness coming with our next generation analytics, with all the analytics that I've shown you, and it comes with a built-in microphone. So sometimes, especially in the jails, it's important to have this audio, bidirectional audio between the prisoners and the officers that are managing or keeping watching on the prison as itself. They are coming with an invisible IR-LED light. So for the technician, it's a 940 nanometers, something that is not visible for the human eye, because we don't want to make, let's say, uncomfortable situation for the prisoner that all the time something is shooting a red light in his eyes, especially during the night. Easy to clean and repair, and it's a FIPS 140 compliance. It's easy replacement of the camera. So if something really, I don't know, it was scratch or I don't know what might happen, it's easily, only the front glass can be replaced or entire camera. Until zoom camera, the new 5th series of Avigilon. When I say 5th series, I mean this is our latest series coming with a 5 years warranty on all the cameras in an option of 2 megapixel, 4 megapixel, and 8 megapixel. And Agora system. What is the Agora system? It's a completely decision management system for the security teams. It's a kind of command center that can speak with the different systems, not only the video surveillance, but also can speak with the burglary. It can speak with the intercoms. It can speak with all the security systems installed in one site. What this means? It's an additional tool that makes the balanced solution for our customers and makes the decision much more easier. Today, it's intent normally because it's a part of the Motorola solutions. So Avigilon VMS is there, Avigilon access control is there, but also we have other VMSs and intrusion, fire panels, intercoms, or other access control systems. Here is a slide showing roughly what is integrated here. And I just wanted to show you how this platform looks like. So this is the real demo site of the platform. So if I go to one of the alerts or completely, I go to the site. Oops, sorry. Or I go to the site on the Google Maps or on the map, I will see where is that alert. If I click on the alert, then immediately I get the live video, what's going on there. So the system is guiding me through the responding, through the especially important response in a panic or incident situation. So the system is asking me, is this really fire? I say yes. Then immediately call, I don't know, fire brigade, or do this, do that, check this, close that. And once you clear all this or acknowledge this alert, then after that there is a audit log that is showing the reports happen from. Okay, I wanted to show you one report, but I don't know how to do this. Basically, I have here, so let's not complicate. This is one video showing that. So how the report looks like at the end. These are the reporting. It can be sent to the PDF, and it have all the steps inside, what's happened, if the responder did the right things, he reacted on the right moment. So basically one very robust and detailed report that after that also automatically can be, system can be set up to send this kind of reports to the different departments automatically every, I don't know, every night or every morning or what else. Safety reimagined as a last topic for today. As Motorola Solutions is combining everything, we want to combine everything under a single platform. The first step is that we want to increase the efficiency and productivity. With that, we want to bring or to increase the safety, like connected systems between the audio communication, about the radio stations, about the video and analytics that we are doing today, and other systems that we are providing. So business critical communications together with the video security and analytics and incident response software to be everything in a single place called Safety Reimagined. So who will be, or what can be the trigger? The trigger can be anything. In this case, it might be a video surveillance camera or alert from access control. After that, the video analytics will analyze to understand if that is really relevant, appear and search, find me the person across entire site, across all the cameras. Immediately communicate with the radio stations based on the results on analysis, and immediately to get at the end response. So what that means, one video, I have prepared one video here showing this concept.
This is Andre from SDA Electronica. He is going to show us how Radio Alert can quickly direct staff to critical situations. He's going to walk into their demonstration area now without wearing a face mask.
So the person is not wearing face mask. The camera understands that, triggering a event and speaking immediately with the first responder on the radio station. In that case, the first responder is getting the information on the radio with exact alert, what's going on, and where he needs to concentrate, where he needs to react. So that is everything from my side today. I don't know, I believe I was not really boring. It is almost, I don't know, 58 minutes. So if you have any other questions, please, you can find me in the platform. If you have my contact me directly. Otherwise, you can find me in the B2B platform through the Security Summit. You can message me there, or you can send me an email. So I'm open for any other further discussion for anyone who is interested to hear more. Thank you very much.
Mario, thank you very much. Before we end, we have one question for you. How do we deal with issues the integrators face when they have to work with hardware from different manufacturers? Is standardization the answer?
Yes, yes. I believe the standardization is the answer. So I have a long time in the business, and I saw that I'm seeing across the years that, for example, in the video, we did a great job. A couple of respectable companies today, Avigilon as a part of that community. We did a really great job with the on-wave profile S, profile T, profile G. So this is one pair that is simplifying the things. Unfortunately, the access control is not yet on that level. So I believe across the time, everybody needs to understand that proprietary systems are not the future for anyone, because we need to open platforms, we need to standardize. At the end of the day, we will bring additional value, sometimes even with the competitive technologies. So from my point of view, yes, standardization, it will take for sure a little bit more time. But as the things are evolving, I think that it will be much easier and much easier, especially looking these days in a cloud platform. I think the cloud platform will help us a lot in this standardization.
Okay, thank you very much, Mario. On behalf of the Security Summit team, I would like to thank you. Very interesting topic, very interesting presentation. I really enjoy. So thank you very much. If you have anything else to add, please feel free. Or I would like to invite all the participants to visit you on profile, to find you, to text you, to request a meeting, to have some interaction with you. For any question, Mario is at your disposal. So Mario, for the end, thank you very much once again, and also to see you soon.
Thanks, Adria, friends, and thanks to all of you listening to me today. Keep in touch. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Mario. Bye. See you soon. Bye.